How We Learn by Carey. I am Xavier Boatright with Concordia University, Professor Grossman, Theories of Teaching and Learning, and today I'm discussing the debunking of the myth, left brain versus right brain. In Carey, myths about brain behavior are debunked to show their inconsistencies. Myths are traditionally and falsely held beliefs about a particular aspect of social or natural phenomena. There are many myths formulated to explain brain behavior and how people interpret and absorb information. The right brain, left brain myth is one such phenomena that explains the reasons for people having particular strengths over others. According to the myth, the expression of personal qualities and attributes is dependent on the preconception that one brain hemisphere is dominant over the other. As such, the tale apportions the traits of creativity to the right brain, and on the other hand, the left brain is associated with analytical skills in people. The right brain, left brain myth is highly prevalent in society, with different people using it to justify their strengths and weaknesses. Some people describe themselves as left brain based on their prowess in mathematical and analytical skills. In contrast, other people consider themselves to be right brain simply because they are creative in life. While it is true that the two hemispheres of the brain perform their activities independently, the narrative of one hemisphere dominating the other is false. The narrative of the myth has resulted in different interpretations and personality tests that are based on perceived differences in the two brain hemispheres. Differences in the two brain hemispheres have applications in learning and absorption of information. Carey states that in the educational sector, the collection of information and its storage in the brain follows the concepts of neuroscience. The left brain, right brain myth asserts that mathematics is done in the left brain, which is not always true. The ability to perform mathematics is a testament of capacities in both logic and creativity. And students should not be grouped into one single hemisphere of the brain in terms of mathematics and logic. The assumption proposed by the myth is therefore inapplicable in the school setting, and teachers should appreciate the diversity of students in their abilities and talents. Ultimately, teachers should not group students into perceived groups based on their skills and abilities. Teachers using this myth may formulate negative perceptions of certain students based on their expression of specific strengths. Traditionally, excellence in mathematics and science has been associated with brightness, according to Hook and Farah. In contrast, traditional teachers will look down on students that express deep interest in arts. The basis of division is based on the perception of the myth that left brain people are brighter and more knowledgeable than right brain people. However, the contemporary world has proved beyond doubt that students who exhibit deep interest in art and creative subjects are also highly bright. Teachers must be sensitive to how they perceive different talents in their students to avoid prejudice. It is true that the right and left hemispheres of the brain are independent and are only connected through the corpus callosum. Indeed, each of the two hemispheres is responsible for different tasks and activities. However, these tasks cannot be classified into two classes of creativity and logic alone. The right hemisphere of the brain is scientifically proven to be highly proficient in spatial functions, with the left side of the brain having high proficiency in problem solving and language. Researchers have traditionally proved that the two hemispheres have different tasks and that they act independently. However, research also shows that the two hemispheres are interconnected in their communication and that each hemisphere can interpret the other. Therefore, each of the two hemispheres exhibits a high degree of independence, but are related to each other. The myth has been proven to be false through modern research conducted on people. In fact, excellence in mathematics and other logical subjects has been shown to increase in cases where right and left hemispheres work together. According to Corballis, the collaboration between two brain hemispheres helps attain improved performance in a host of other tasks. By grouping students into two groups, as suggested in the myth, teachers risk inhibiting the potential of these students to perform better. For instance, teachers that keep telling the students that they cannot perform better in specific subjects can contribute to low self-esteem, thus undermining their ability to perform. The right brain, left brain myth has been proven false through scientific research. Even though the myth sounds true, its assumptions are false and cannot be applied to the classroom setup. Indeed, the fact that one student performs poorly in mathematics, for instance, does not mean that they will be exemplary in art subjects. Even when students express competence in specific subjects or disciplines, it is not related to the dominance of one half of the brain over the other. While it is true that some people may express supernatural capabilities in art and creativity, it has nothing to do with the myth. Similarly, excellence in mathematics is a testament of abilities in both logic and creativity. Thank you for your time.